In my opinion, the white man should have never ended slavery.
So if everyone in Alabama wanted slavery back, you'd be okay with that?
Sure. If everyone in the state wants it, go ahead. What do I give a
Do you think there's a direct effect from slavery to how Black Americans are able to live today?
No, I don't. They have a chance to learn. They live in the best country in the world. If they open their eyes and listen, instead of just focusing on their little area and people that they hang out with, they would learn a lot.
But from what you said, it sounds like you were born before the Civil Rights Movement.
Oh, yeah.
So Black people couldn't buy houses in your lifetime when you were maybe a baby.
I'm well aware of that.
You were 5. So you don't think there's any downstream effect?
I felt depressed at that time.
Yeah.
But that's what Martin was trying to correct. Right now, I see so many people living off the government handout.
I'm pretty sure welfare use per capita is higher in red states than blue states.
Yes, but there's so many people living off of the government handouts, and that is not that much farther away from slavery. They were a slave. They were given housing, food, clothing, medical care. The people asked them to work. Yes, there were landowners that were violent and mean to some of them, but there were others that were humanistic.
The real reason white people want to erase the history of slavery is because given the chance, they would absolutely do it again. While not all of us subscribe to this system, a lot do. That's why they like our current president, because he consistently, without fail, reinforces the hierarchy of white people on top, followed by everybody else, of Native citizens on top, followed by everybody else. I consider white supremacy to be one of the most dangerous domestic threats in the United States. Because if you didn't know, there are estimated this many active members in white supremacist organizations. People like your pastor, your neighbor, maybe someone you've seen giving looks to people of color but not necessarily saying anything. White people try to downplay the effects of white supremacy, but it's significantly more people than they will admit. And those are just the people who are overtly racist and willing to label themselves as part of this organization, not even the other people who genuinely believe in it without speaking on it. Point being, erasing the history of slavery and erasing the horrible atrocities that happened in this country is a genuine crime. And it's intentional, because if it's erased, those patterns are going to repeat themselves. So erasing this history isn't just ignorant, it's malicious.
Okay, yes, that recent interview clip of the white woman saying if everybody in a state wanted slavery back, she'd be okay with it. That was insane, okay? That was absolutely crazy. But I feel like when things like this come out, a lot of people will look at someone like her and say, oh my God, she's crazy. I can't believe she said that. That's like one person, like who would think like that? It's like, no. A lot of people feel that way. Maybe wouldn't be so bold as to say it on a public platform, and maybe wouldn't take it to the extreme that she did of the return of actual slavery. But a lot of people have those underlying opinions. That kind of racist indifference is so dangerous because it's not as quickly identified. And when you have indifference to that extent, it is racist. Especially crazy against the backdrop of there being attacks against DEI in this country, right? People don't want to teach slavery in schools. Whole time there are people out here saying they don't mind if it's brought back. Excuse me? People arguing about the validity or the fairness of affirmative action. Meanwhile, the first Black child to integrate all white schools is still alive. There was a KKK rally down the street in the town that I grew up in a couple of years ago, just in broad daylight, walking down the street. I'm like, what? Really, she just said the quiet part out loud. Really, that's like, there's so many people who feel very similarly to her. And sometimes, like, hearing things like this is just a reminder that there are people who really, truly don't care about you and don't care about anyone who just doesn't look like them. And that's just what it is.
To their country with a pass back in legally, and we're doing things that are very difficult to do and very complex, but it works really well. We're
Slavery is back in America and they are not even trying to hide it anymore. Trump's America in 2025 is housing migrant concentration camps and it is about to get darker. Let me break this down for you. Trump's new camps in Florida are not just holding centers. They are a pipeline where migrants are going to start being handed out to farmers like tools. Let's just take a quick second and look at these holding centers.
This is America. Don't catch you slipping now. Don't catch you slipping now. Look what I'm whipping now. This is America. Don't catch you slipping now. Don't catch you slipping now.
Hardworking people who have not committed any crimes are going to be held in these concentration camps until they are given to a farmer who is going to have, quote unquote, these are the exact words from the man himself,
Owner responsibility, where they're going to be largely responsible for these people.
These people are going to be forced to work in whatever conditions the farmer deems acceptable, and if they have any problems with it, any grievances or any issues, you can go back to your concentration camp or you can get the fuck out the country.
Hello everyone, hope you are all doing well wherever you're watching this video from, and thank you so much for the love and the support that you guys have been giving this channel. I really appreciate that. So white people think that if they continuously threaten black people with bringing back slavery, they will be superior than black people, that black people will fear them, and that's what they are doing every now and then. They are saying that they are going to bring back slavery. They want slavery to be brought back, and all this is because they fear black excellence. They fear that black people are going to surpass them, and this is their greatest fear. What they fear the most, they don't want to see black people achieving anything. They don't want to see successful black people. They just want black people to always be behind them. They think that they are the ones who will always be ahead of every other ethnic group or any other group of people. So this is why they don't want to see black people succeeding in anything, and that's why they are continuously threatening black people with slavery. They are continuously threatening black people with segregation. Every now and then they are saying that they are going to bring slavery back if black people don't do what they want. But these are just threats of which black people don't fear. But right now I'm not going to say much. I have just compiled some videos for you guys to watch, which is going to tell you more about this situation. So let's watch the videos first, and at the end of the videos I'll be giving my commentary on what I think about this whole situation. You guys can also share your thoughts with me. Tell me what you guys think through the comment section, and I promise to read each and every single one of your comments, and I'll reply to each and every single one of your comments. But most importantly, please don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Also like this video, hype this video by sharing it to your friends, relative, or whoever you think might be interested in watching this video. But most importantly, please don't forget to subscribe to this channel. So let's watch the videos, and I'll see you at the end of the video. Thank you.
This is just a friendly reminder that while McDonald's is in fact bringing back their snack wrap, they're also really trying to bring back slavery. If you look into Alabama prison lawsuit, you'll see that in Alabama right now, if you go into a McDonald's, realistically, the person handing you a Big Mac meal is an incarcerated person. Now, some of you may be saying, well, they should have to work off their stay while they're in prison. No. None of that money goes to taxpayers to cover housing inmates or the whole prison infrastructure. None of that money also goes to the prisoners themselves, who are given a bill when they leave prison, required to pay, and if they don't, they end up back in prison. No. All the money just goes to McDonald's executives. So while the CEO had the audacity to go on Good Morning America to talk about what they're doing to bring back the snack wrap, I just want you guys all to remember that that man would rather you be a slave and work in his restaurant.
Trump just said they're going to take the immigrants that they round up and give them to the farmers. And the farmers will be responsible for the immigrants. And they'll be given things, and they'll be allowed to pay taxes. They just won't be given citizenship. But all the farmers will be in charge of the immigrants. That's indentured servitude. That's literally slavery. Trump is rounding up immigrants so that he can have them work the farms but have the farmers have total power over the immigrants. He said this on his tour of Alligator Auschwitz. And what the living shit? He's bringing back slavery, guys. He's bringing back slavery.
White women in dating want slavery back. Normalize misandry in the matriarchy, especially by white women, is just proof that women are yearning for the days of slavery. Think about what they want. They want to be able to do nothing and have you take care of them. This is servitude. This is slavery. Fully capable of opening doors, what does that remind you of? Because if it's not a physical thing, then it's a matter of servitude. What does that remind you of? But white women in dating have black friends and they stick up for black people. Sure, they miss this relationship that they had back in the slave times, guys. Are you piecing it together now? Women no longer want to cook and clean, even though that's their place. Understand that, remember, this is not even an old tradition. That's relatively new. Remember who was cooking and cleaning before? That's right. Why do you think white women are spreading these types of scenarios? And mind you, it is always white women. They no longer want to cook and clean. They want you to open doors for them. They want you to take care of them. They don't want to work. That sounds like slavery, does it not? They yearn for the times of slavery. This is why misandrous activities in the matriarchy is just a reflection on what it was like during the slave times. And you thought we wouldn't notice?
I just saw a clip of Donald Trump talking about how he's going to offer all of these U.S. farmers that have been here for 15 years that he would be normally deporting, which he is going to be deporting them, but he's now allowing them to come back and work for the farm owners and be owners of these people and take care of these people and have these people work for them and get benefits that non-citizens wouldn't get, but they still don't get citizenship. They're just here to work for people, to provide food for us. This sounds a little like something we've been through before.
Slavery never ended. The visibility of it did. The system simply evolved from one where you could see your labor was being abused in exchange for the bare minimum into one where you can't see your labor is being abused in exchange for the bare minimum. Centuries ago, actually I don't even need to go that far back, only some decades ago, slaves work all day with no pay, but they were fed and sheltered. Today, you work all day, get paid, but you get paid just enough so you can pay for food and shelter. Systemic control didn't disappear. It just changed from chains into debt. Mortgages, student loan, credit cards. You wake up, commute, work, collapse, repeat, and pay off recurring payments, and you're told to be grateful as if 2 days out of that 7-day week are something you should consider yourself fortunate to get to experience without having the invisible whip up your ass. And as each week goes by, the same thing. Over and over and over, round and round the loop you go. And where's your wealth? Increasingly worthless. Tax, inflation, interest rates. You're also ill, you're cold, you get 14 days off per year, can't afford life-saving surgeries for yourself and your family. So what the fuck are you working for? Survival. It's the same. Slaves of the past knew they were slaves. Slaves today don't. Wake up.
Mentioned this previously. I knew that this was going to happen. I knew that we were under the auspices of possibly being reverted back to slavery times. Yep, I said this myself. This confirms it. This confirms it. It is no secret that Donald Trump and his imps want to take us back to a time when we were all relegated to the fields. Yes, you heard that right. Relegated to the fields.
This confirms it. This confirms it. But guess what? We're not going down without a fight. If your demonic plans are to take us back to a time when we were subjected to inhumane treatment, you got nothing coming.
Trump is going to bring back slavery. Hear me out. So I kept asking the question, why would Trump make government contracts with prison companies to build large facilities to hold all these immigrants that he's planning on arresting if he was planning on deporting them? And then I had an epiphany. Slavery technically is illegal in America unless you're incarcerated. You can look up our amendments. Slavery is illegal unless you're incarcerated. This is why some of the states have already started to put legislation forward that if you're arrested for being an illegal immigrant, they can hold you for an indefinite amount of time. This creates a labor force for the country that's almost free. So he's going to take the workers that were already in the population, take them out of the population, and put them back to work for even less money. Just to be clear, I have no proof of this. This is just my hypothesis. I really hope that that's not the case, but that makes the most sense. Why else would you need to build so many housing facilities for prisoners if you were planning on deporting them all? And also, our government knows who picks all of our fruits and vegetables. They know who builds our roads. It's not legal citizens. The majority of them are not legal citizens. White people aren't sitting in the fields getting strawberries and grapes. It's just not the case. You know, I knew they were rolling back years of progress, but I really didn't think we were going to go back to slavery.
How many more times is it my fault? Is it my grandkids' fault too? Is it my grandkids' fault too?
Your fault.
Yeah. It is. I mean, I'm just saying generationally, I understand it's about equality and like, hey, these certain people were oppressed. You could fucking look it up in anywhere, and it's not. No one's denying it. I'm just saying, like, it's not my fault, but it was my fault.
It wasn't your fault.
Hey, I could be Irish. I might be clear, but it had nothing to do with me or my grandpa. I know my grandpa. He wasn't on that shit. So it's like, is it my grandkids' fault too? And I'm already here doing this, just chilling.
I think you're missing the point.
I'm not missing the point. I'm just going another route. I'm just asking, like, when
oh, you're asking the question.
The question is when does that end? When is it not my fault?
Yeah.
Like, when do you guys say it's not my fault?
Like, it's not the white people's fault that we're...
Well, no, it's not the fact that it's not white people's fault. It's the current white people. Mm-hmm. The current white people. Because they haven't done a fucking thing. My grandpa was 80, 90 years old, and he didn't do a fucking thing. My dad didn't do a thing. My son, I don't see him owning any. What about my grandson? You know what I'm saying? When is it, hey... Bastion the Third, it's not your fault.
You know, I mean,
like, when does that happen?
One of the most insane things I've ever witnessed in my entire life, insane and sad and just ignorant, is to see white Christians embracing and even cheering the cruelty of Trump, particularly separating families and disappearing folks into this torture prison in El Salvador. And I say white Christians because I don't know any black Christians who are cheering right now. And maybe, just maybe, it's because, black families were systematically separated by white Christians during slavery. Maybe it's because black individuals were tortured by white Christians during Jim Crow. And all Trump had to do was to replace black with Hispanic, and here we are, on board again with the same old song.
If black people are still oppressed by slavery that happened over 200 years ago, then I have PTSD because my grandfather was a war veteran. You see, that makes no fucking sense!
His whole analogy is essentially comparing apples to oranges because these two things are not the same at all. Firstly, slavery had a way different effect than someone who just fought in a war. During slavery, they used to beat, eat, separate families, use them as alligator bait, and so many disgusting things they did to slaves. And even after all of that ended, they still found a way to keep black people down. Lynchings, the burning down of black communities, segregation, denying them the same opportunity as white people. You see what I mean? Like, it's not just slavery. It was a series of oppression from the moment they arrived in America all the way to the present. Slavery is the start of why so many people are racist today, why white supremacy exists. So it's not that we're stuck on slavery, it's actually slavery being stuck on us. Slavery left a mark that will never be cleansed ever. And sitting here and ignoring it isn't going to really help anything. You can't just sit here and compare slavery, years of oppression, to a war veteran that went through PTSD. It's not the same thing at all. I shouldn't even have to explain this. A war veteran experiencing PTSD is an individual experience. You're obviously not going to have PTSD from what your grandfather went through because it didn't happen to you. It doesn't impact you not one bit. The difference with slavery is that the effects are prevalent today. And those effects are racism and white supremacy, again. So yeah, next time, let's not make a slow analogy.
Hello again everyone, hope you guys are still doing well wherever you are watching this video from, and thank you so much for making it to this end of the video. Thank you so much for the love and the support that you guys have been giving this channel. I really appreciate that. So white people, there's nothing that they fear the most than black excellence. And there's nothing that they hate the most than black joy. So they never want to see black people succeeding or black people surpassing them in anything. They always want to be ahead or to be the superior group. They never want to see black people being ahead of them. So they are using black people as the stepping stone. That's why they want every other group to hate black people, because they know the ability of black people and they know that black people are going to be ahead of them in everything. That's why they usually oppress black people and they want other people to do the same. That's why you'll see them being racist toward black people, mistreating black people, wanting to be segregated from black people, because they know how great black people are. And they know that if black people continue being as great as they are, all the other people will stop looking up to white people and they will start looking up to black people. So that's why they are now threatening blacks with bringing back slavery, and they are even making plans of that, because I have seen videos where Trump is making cells that he is going to use for slavery. And not only do white people want black people to be slaves again, they want white people to go back to their fields. Because I have seen videos where the white farmers are asking Trump, why is he not bringing black people to work in their farms? And Trump is saying that he needs black people in the farm because black people, those are their jobs. They know how to do those jobs correctly, and that they don't get tired of doing those jobs. So that's why they want black people to go back to slavery and to go back to their fields. All this is just so shocking, because how will they want people to go back to slavery? Why don't they want good for other people the same way they want good for themselves? So in the United States of America, it's only the rich people who are getting richer and the poor people are getting poorer. And that's what they want for black people. They just want to oppress black people and ensure that black people never become something great and that white people will always be above them. I have seen a video where there's this guy who is talking about white women and saying that the reason as to why white women hate black women is because they want black women to come back to serving them like during the slavery period. They want black people to be working for them. They want to have the relationship that they had with black women during the slavery period, whereby black women will be just following them everywhere, doing everything for them, and they're just there telling them things and making them do things for them. So this is what white people really want. And I have also seen a video at the end of this video. I have posted a video where there's this white woman who's being asked whether she is okay with slavery being brought back, and she is like, she doesn't care that slavery should be brought back. And if slavery was brought back to them and not black people, she will not have said that, because she is white. She is ready to see other people suffering. She is ready to see slavery being brought back so that black people will be oppressed. And they are now saying that black people are still slaves because they are being fed, they are being provided with healthcare services, they are being provided with housing, with her. So they are saying that all this is just things that are being done to slave people. So they are saying, why not that slavery should be brought back? Because they are already being fed by white people, and this is not the truth, because black people are now fighting for their own rights. Black people are out there doing great things. I have seen videos where black people are being asked about their work, and most of them are now doctors, engineers. Most of them are great people. So why are these people saying this? It's just because they fear that black people are becoming more excellent, and they are going to surpass them, and they are going to do great things, of which I know black people are going to do great things. So this is just why these people fear. And most of the people who are saying this are Trump supporters. They are just following everything that Trump is saying. If Trump says that he is going to bring slavery back, they are there. They want slavery to be brought back. If Trump is saying that they want segregation back, they are there. They want segregation. So literally, these people are just doing everything that Trump wants. That's why, because Trump said that he was going to bring slavery back, that's why they are supporting Trump to bring slavery back. Although they know that this is not a good thing and that they should never want such a thing to be done to other people. And they really don't care, because they just want to be okay and to just be there and being served by black people, like during the slave period, because they miss a period where black people are doing everything for them, and they will just sit back and watch, because they know that black people are very hardworking. And if they didn't know that, they wouldn't even want slavery back. They know how hardworking black people are. Like literally, the United States of America has been built with black people's blood, with black people's sweat. It's black people who have made it the way it is right now. And instead of them thanking black people or being grateful to black people, they just want bad for black people. That's why they want slavery to be brought back, of which I know black people are not going to allow this, and that black people know their rights right now. So I'm not going to talk much about this situation. I'm going to end this video here, but these are just my thoughts on or what I think about this whole situation. You guys also have your own thoughts. Please share your thoughts with me through the comment section. Tell me what you guys think about this situation, and I promise to read each and every single one of your comments, and I'll reply to each and every single one of your comments. But most importantly, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Also like this video, hype this video by sharing it to your friends, relative, or whoever you think might be interested in watching this video. But most importantly, please don't forget to subscribe to this channel, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching this video.